They say that blood is thicker than water. This definitely applies to brothers Jebediah and Jeremiah Appleton, who have shared an impenetrable bond since infancy. Competition is clearly in their nature. The two have rivaled at everything their entire lives. It's all reached a new peak as they decided to begin training for a marathon. They'll need plenty of water as they fight through the obstacles and the struggles associated with such a daunting task, but it will be the blood that ties them together and elicits that drive to success in accomplishing every step of the 26.2-mile journey.
Training for a marathon has always been a goal of mine after watching Forrest Gump. I mean, that guy could just run and run and run, as you can see. And so I always lived my life like his mom told him about life being a box of chocolates, and have pursued a lot of goals, and a marathon is one of those things that I have yet to try, and hopefully we'll be able to run the Cleveland Marathon.
I decided to run for a marathon when I watched the movie about Prefontaine. You know, he was the great runner in Oregon, and he really inspired me. I loved the way that he had a carefree spirit. He ended up dying eventually, but you know, he was a great runner, and there's always these Nike ads about him, and basically Prefontaine inspired me to run a marathon.
Training with, well, I can't call Jebediah a friend, but he's definitely a competitor, partner. I mean, training with him has definitely helped. We've pushed each other. He's a little bit slower than me. I think he pounds down a little too much burgers sometimes. I mean, when they say carbo load diets, they don't mean extra quarter pounders, but no, you train however you want. It's been interesting. We've had some fun times. We've had some fights, you know, usual stuff. We do a lot of training together, even when we're not running off the, like in the weight room and in a pool. We train with synchronized swimmers, and our wives have become friends.
It's still somebody to push you a little bit. It gives you that extra jolt of energy when you're tired in the morning, when you get up for that 6-mile run at 5 a.m. You know, it's rough to get up that early in the morning and run that far. I feel like as a partner, he could do a little more. He always tries to beat me, and I feel like this is not conducive to good marathon training. You need to be able to help each other and be able to run with each other if you want to win a marathon like we're trying to do. We're trying to beat the Kenyas. That's the #1 goal. And if we can beat the Kenyas, then we can win the Boston Marathon. And with these protein shakes, we do extreme stretching too. We work with a synchronized swimming team, and they teach us how they do their stretching, and we work in the pool with them, and it helps build strength in our legs and also in our arms. And most people think that winning a marathon is all in the legs, but if you don't have strong arm movements up top, you're not going to be able to win a marathon.
Dude, I can't do this. Can't do this. Yeah, you can.
The #1 thing to build up strength is that by next week we're going to go to 2 miles per day and then increase it so that by the time we get to the marathon next year, we'll be up to 26.2 and be able to do these. Once again, beating the Kenyas, that's the goal. Well, before every routine that me and my partner do, we always have a Inta-Juice smoothie filled with protein and energy. They always give us a little extra on the supplements because, well, we need them. Before I started running to train for this marathon, I could only run a mile in about 12 minutes. Now I'm up to a mile in 10 minutes, and hopefully by the time we get to the marathon, we can beat the Kenyas. I hear they're running 5-minute miles probably about for the average for the 26 miles. Usually takes them about 2 hours, 2.5 hours to finish the marathon, and right now we're at about 5. So we got a lot of work to do.
Some of our pre-running routines are like running around campus. We're not doing so well so far. We gotta pick it up a little bit. We run in the dorms when it's too bad to run outside. Train with synchronized swimmers. Hit the gym a little bit.
it's not exactly the best weather, and that means we have to train indoors. We have to make do. We've been running through the dorms, just up and down the stairs, all through the hallways. When we get stressed out, we even kind of run around our dorm room. That, although small, every little bit counts. That's the way we feel. When we first started training 2.5 weeks ago, we could only run a half mile at a time, and that was every other week. But now, as we're in the third week, we've upped it to 1 mile per day. That's quite a stretch to go from a half mile every other week to 1 mile per day, but we feel that we need to get going on this because we have 26.2 miles to run.